Now that was weird. Talking about getting hit by a car and what caused my last vlog of yesterday to end, it just happened again. By the way, it's 9:28 p.m. Saturday, November 20th, and yeah, I'm just mentioning how I'm kind of looking forward to getting hit by some idiot who's not paying attention coming out of a driveway. And while video was being shot, and video was being shot, sorry, I'm trying to get a free hand here to hit the button. Not sure what kind of coin I found. I think it's Mexican. I have one of those in my coin jar somewhere. Probably not worth anything, but they sure look neat. Anyway, yeah, and anyway, I'm starting to mention that I'm kind of looking forward to the time that happens, and the application for shooting video on my iPhone just closed for no reason whatsoever. No, you know, I didn't get the pop-up warning telling me I'm out of space or anything. It just closed. So I don't know what's up with that, but that's the second time that's happened in less than 24 hours. So kind of bewildered by that. Anyway, so I was actually wanting to anyway, the reason I'm kind of hoping that somebody hits me like that is just not enough that it puts me in the hospital, but enough that it knocks me down and I can file a police report. Yeah, I could use that insurance check right about now, and it just seems like people need some wake-up calls about look both ways and don't block the sidewalk, and look both ways before you pull across the sidewalk, because people walking on the sidewalk are traffic too. God damn it. All right, so off my soapbox about that. So yeah, what happened last night is I was shooting video walking to Dunes. The app closed, and I was damn near to Dunes. It was like, fuck it, I'm done. And at the time, as I recall, I was sort of reminiscing about my stepfather and losing my stepfather, my second stepfather, and it was getting a little bit emotional. And I think I should note that I was already pretty buzzed from drinking over at Bullock's. So I had a really good time at Bullock's last night. Kind of at this point, I'm half regretting I just didn't stick around Bullock's, but you know, hindsight's always 20/20. So went to oh my god, I'm forgetting his name. Oh, I want to kick myself in the ass for that. I wanted to call him Kevin because every white guy's default name is Kevin, but that's not his name. Oh my gosh. Oh, I cannot remember the name of the karaoke host at Dunes, and it's right at the tip of my tongue. Anyway, one of my favorite karaoke hosts in the Valley. Always have a great time with him. He always makes me sound amazing. Goes out of his way to find songs for me. He doesn't have everything that I've got, but he does a damn good at getting the songs that I want. He has a phenomenally good selection, and yeah, I had a great time singing. I was kind of hoping that the woman who fed me lasagna a couple of weeks back would be there. She never showed up, and that's a bummer. But I did see another woman who I know from Bullock's, who hasn't been to Bullock's lately, and she told me why, and it's good to know it's not because of me. She said actually that my karaoke was one of her favorite reasons for going to Bullock's, but there were other things about Bullock's that just kind of turned her off and made her not want to go there. So, you know, that's fine. I can respect that. And I'm forgetting her name, but I mostly hung out with her during the night, and I sat by her, and then introduced to a few of her friends, but most of the people I know that frequent that bar just didn't show up. So, oh, it's killing me. I can't remember the KJ's name. Anyway, chatted with him a little bit. Just had some good time singing. I ended up only drinking one pitcher of beer the whole time I was there. I don't know if it's maybe an issue with the problem I'm having with my uvula, which, by the way, is a lot better today. A lot better today. I can tell there's still a little bit of phlegm. It's a little bit swollen up. lose some phlegm there. But yeah, I think between the anyway, I started having this thing that kept happening numerous times where I start getting the hiccups, like uncontrollable hiccups, which were very uncomfortable, followed by nausea, followed by having to go outside in the alley, and I would throw up, but not like throw up. I'd just basically hacking up a little bile, a little phlegm, a little fluid. I don't know. It was very extremely unpleasant. Kind of walk back in, looking a little disheveled, go into the bathroom, get some toilet paper to wipe myself up a bit, and then back to sipping on my beer because it didn't have me feeling good enough to really drink on my beer. And yeah, like I said, I had a good time for all things considered, but when you consider that did kind of suck, and that continued to be an issue all night long. I was genuinely optimistic, hoping that I would hook up with some friends that I see there at that bar, and be able to go home with somebody and just hang out until the buses start running. Yeah, that didn't happen, unfortunately. What ended up actually happening was the gal that I was hanging out with, at one point she had a ride show up. Her ride, and she just quickly was like, "Oh, my ride's here, I gotta go." Bye. No exchanging of numbers or anything. So that's cool seeing her again. Don't know when I'll see her again, but obviously she was not that vested in hanging out with me anymore once a ride showed up, whoever that was. Which is funny because I just assumed she was driving, but that's the assumption everybody makes, and I'm not driving, so not everyone's driving. So she bailed. After that point, the other friends of hers that were kind of talking to me, she was there, kind of ceased talking to me, and they all kind of disappeared like moments after that. So it was like I quickly found myself just alone at my table with my first pitcher of beer, which I hadn't even finished. Anyway, I left around last call. It was pretty clear that I wasn't gonna, well, actually, oh my God, the KJ's name just like came right back into my mind, and it just slipped me again. Jeremy. I hate it when I forget names. Yeah, Jeremy did in the show, and when he always does a couple, when he does a couple last songs and play a couple music videos to close out a show after the last singers. And there was probably only maybe 2 singers after I sang my last song, but which was an ELO song. I did Sweet Talking Woman. I had an older woman that was hanging out with a guy, and she's there with somebody, and so honestly, old enough I wasn't particularly attracted to her anyway, but she had complimented me on my singing, said that she really enjoyed my singing, and I told her, she had said that earlier, so I kind of walked up to her since there was really nobody left to talk to other than Jeremy, who was busy running his show, and she and I asked her, and I told her, I know I got time for one more song, but I don't really, kind of at a loss for what to sing. And she's like, "Well, what's your favorite band?" Which is a reasonable question to ask. You're soul searching, trying to think of what to sing. And I was like, Electric Light Orchestra, which she kind of lit up on that. She's like, "Oh, I love ELO," which was cool, and I don't get me wrong, I love singing ELO, but I don't sing ELO often and at most bars because generally speaking, it's other people don't love ELO as much as I do, and I can sing other stuff that'll get a better crowd response. So anyway, I sang ELO, Sweet Talking Woman. She was digging it. Actually, the dude that was there with her seemed to also be digging it, so it was fun. And the bar had really kind of emptied out by that point in time, but yeah, I had a good time with that, yeah, I had a good time there. But I mean, I left alone, and at that point, I didn't really there was nobody I really connected with, and no point in trying to hang with Jeremy after hours because he rolls out on a motorcycle, and of course goes home to his wife. So yeah. So I just took off on foot. All the buses in that area don't start until 5 in the morning. So it was a long, at this point it's like 2 a.m. So I got 3 hours till there's going to be any transit. And and at that point, it's like, well, I don't know where I'm going, but again, I'm going there on foot. I did call my